The Toyota Tundra is in a strange position. There's a recall out for its twin turbo V6 engine that replaced the outgoing model's legendary 5.7 liter V8. And we don't know when or if more recalls will roll out on more years and more models of the Tundra with the twin turbo V6, and if the hybrids will be affected at any point by a recall as well. I think the story is far from over, but despite Toyota's current woes about the Tundra and its reliability, over at S&P Global Mobility, we have crazy data here saying that the Tundra has just passed the Ram in market share here in the United States. We have some really interesting information that Toyota is expanding its market share. And we'll kind of discuss like if Toyota will be able to continue this devouring of market share compared to if you look at Ram, for example. Ram is now below Toyota. So Toyota is gaining that market share. Now, I just drove the Ram 1500 Tungsten. Now, it was a luxury pickup truck. It cost a lot of money. It was around $80,000 or $90,000, a lot of money. But the powertrain on that was incredible. The luxurious interior was incredible. It's totally worth that price increase compared to a Tundra Capstone. We'll go over this more in detail here in a little bit, but also we're going to brush on Toyota Motor in Europe posting a record first half of sales. They're gobbling up market share over in Europe as well. And we'll talk about this article at the end, discussing Toyota's strategy with hybrids and their hybrid rollout plan here in North America. So if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you are subscribed for more Toyota updates. I do cover Toyota obviously quite a bit on the channel. It's a lot of fun. They are the world's largest automaker. And so it's fun to praise them when they're coming out with awesome products, but it's also fun to take jabs at them when they have hiccups, such as with the Grand Highlander safety recall and stop sale, etc. Also, if you guys really enjoy interacting in the comments, I'm going to make it a point going forward to really focus on my members, my paying members and supporters of the channel. It starts off at about $5 a month, and I will make it a point going forward to make sure I'm addressing membership comments and questions on my videos. All right. The channel's just grown so much at this point that it's impossible for me to get to all the comments. But if you become a member on the channel, which if you click on the join button here, for example, if you become a member, I'm going to make sure to single out your comments and respond to them, definitely over regular commenters on the channel. So if you guys are really into interacting with me or have specific questions for me, feel free to support the channel by becoming a member. You get these cool loyalty badges next to your name, and depending on how long you've been a member, it'll represent what gear you're in. You get cool emojis as well. With that aside, I can't wait to see my members in the comments chatting it up, and I can't wait to interact with those comments. All right. Toyota Tundra represents growing competition in pickup segment. 3 of the pickup models are volume leaders for the respective brands. It's not the case for Toyota. We know the RAV4 isn't a bestseller, and then there's actually multiple vehicles that outsell the Tundra in Toyota. The Camry, the RAV4, the Corolla probably outsells it, and maybe even the Highlander, or the Highlander used to anyways before the Grand Highlander came out. So they're saying the full-size half-ton pickup truck market is still dominated by domestic manufacturers, whereas a lot of the competition outside of this one pickup truck segment has caught up and are more competitive in some ways, or more dominant than the domestic automakers. Owners tend to have a high brand loyalty. We know that truck people, I mean, even like if you look at 4Runner people, that's a kind of a truck, but obviously with an SUV body. But yeah, people are very loyal to their trucks. Exceedingly loyal. All right, vehicles are highly profitable for their respective OEMs. Pickup trucks print money. Without pickup trucks, the domestic automakers would be in complete shambles. For Nissan, with the discontinuation of the Titan, it doesn't affect them too much. Yes, they invested a lot into it, but it doesn't hurt them too much. If Toyota had to kill the Tundra, it wouldn't kill them too much. It wouldn't hurt them too much. If they had to kill the Tacoma, that would probably start hurting Toyota since the Tacoma sells so high volumes. But the Tundra seemingly is printing money for Toyota at this point as well. Share of full-size half-ton pickup truck segment. For 7 years, from 2014 to 2021, Toyota's share was declining. But if we look at their sales from 2014 to 21, it was pretty stable until 2020, the pandemic, 2021, right? The switch over to the new model. There was a big change there, right? And then it's recovered and even over recovered for 2023, but their market share was going down, but their sales weren't really going down a whole lot from their sales year over year. Now, loyalty is improving for Tundra in tandem with share growth. So this first figure here, full-size half-ton pickup truck model share segment, you can see Toyota. Remember, from 2014 to 2021, it was going down. So we're just looking at January 21 till now, and you see, well, it's pretty crazy here with the new model introduction, right? We saw this big drop in share, and then we see this steady growth in market share, and in March they hit a new peak of 15% of market share in the half-ton pickup truck segment, which they've never done before. And now with this catastrophic drop to Ram trucks, Toyota has passed Ram, and who knows, will they be able to pass GMC Sierra in the future? There's a possibility. The Sierra, though, in the past few months, though, or you could say in the beginning of this year, because this ends in April or so, this data, they're on a rise. Ram, everyone's benefiting from the huge drop in Ram market share. Now, you could be saying, Kirk, well, these owners here, we're waiting for the new generation Ram to come out. It just came out with the Hurricane engines, and they're fantastic engines. And I think this market share is going to go back up for Ram. Toyota's meteoric rise here from 3.7% market share to 15%. It's going to go back down once volume for the Ram goes back up, in my opinion. This is just a blip in the radar, but I do think Toyota is solidly in fourth position against the F-150 or the Ford F-Series, the Silverado, the Ram, and the GMC Sierra. Now, those trucks, those brands all have heavy-duty pickup trucks. But if we just look, this is only comparing full-size half-ton pickup trucks, which the Tundra plays in. Now, here's the crazy thing. If you thought the market share was impressive from about 3 to 4% for Toyota in 2021, to 15% here in 2024, check out this conquest and defection ratio. So there are more people trading in a domestic truck for a Toyota. If you're below this line, people are trading in their Toyota trucks for a domestic truck. And check out this huge swing from 2021 all the way up to 2024. People were trading in their Tundras for the competition. All right. Now the opposite has happened. The competition's trucks, if you have an F-150, a Ram 1500, Silverado 1500, there's a huge trade-in rate of those trucks for the new Tundra, especially with Rams. Looking at this, at one point, there are about 3 times as many people trading in their Ram for a Tundra than a Tundra for a Ram. And all of these are above the dotted line now, so all of these competitors are seeing a big defection compared to Toyota. Toyota's not seeing a big defection compared to its competition. It's gaining new customers. Yes, I mentioned Ram going down and everyone benefiting from it, but Toyota's also benefiting from Silverado people trading in their trucks and F-Series people trading in their trucks as well. Now, this is one of the most surprising graphs that we're going to go over today. The Tundra's loan monthly payment data is exorbitantly high. Check this out. Tundra's payment reached a near-term record of over $1,000 per month in March of 2024, exceeding Silverado 1500 and F-150 monthly payments by 23% and 21%. People are paying more for Tundras by over 20% on a monthly payment schedule. That is unreal. Now, the crazy thing with Ram, even though they're losing market share, they're selling their trucks for higher prices. Now, you could say, Kirk, Yeah, interest rates are a lot higher now than they were in 2022. I would agree with that. But yes, Toyota customers are still paying a lot more than the competition to just say, hey, I'm in a Toyota truck. Traditionally, Toyota trucks, you could say, have a better track record for being more reliable, more dependable. But with the twin turbo V6 recall, that's all put into question right now. People aren't quite sure what they're getting when they're buying a brand new Tundra. Will their engine blow apart and blow main seals like the engines that were recalled for 2022 and some 2023 models? We don't know. We're going to move on to Europe. Toyota Motor Europe posts a record first half year sales of 626,000. Now, one of my followers shared this with me. Look at this big growth for Toyota in Europe right now. For the first half, Toyota, I mean, Volvo has grown a lot too, but Toyota is number 4 in market share. This is the highest market share, I think, possibly ever for the brand. Now, they're still behind Hyundai, but Hyundai's going in the wrong direction. They're dropping percentage points here. Toyota seeing double-digit growth for market share. They've jumped from 6.8 market share to 7.6 in a year. Is this going to jump to 8% by first half of 2025? It will be interesting to see. 74% of the vehicles in Europe are electrified, most of them being hybrid or plug-in hybrid. But I want to see what cars are selling the best there. They have so many models that we don't, like the Igo X, super small vehicle, the Yaris and the Yaris, depending on where you're at in the world. It's no longer available here in the United States. And the Yaris Cross. The Yaris Cross is selling a lot. And is there any other model above 100,000? Not even close. So the Yaris and the Yaris Cross are the massive sellers for Toyota over in Europe. The CHR sells a lot, 62,000. We used to have the CHR in America, got discontinued for the Corolla Cross, which Corolla Cross is also sold in Europe alongside the CHR. You can see 26,000, but the CHR sells more. The Corolla hatchback and wagon, or the Touring Sports, sells more than the sedan when you combine those two together. Prius sales are very low, and only the Prius plug-in is available in some countries, not even all the countries. And the Prius is a mess right now. It's on a stop sale. I think still in a stop in production for the recalled door handles. It's a mess. Camry, some countries in Europe get the Camry, but that is a huge vehicle for them over there. GR Supra, GR86. Again, both of those vehicles not available in all countries. GR Yaris, again, I wish we had the vehicle, but we have the GR Corolla here. RAV4 sells in pretty high numbers, 52,000. BZ4X, 13,900. Highlander is actually sold over there. They must export them from either the United States or from Japan. Land Cruiser, now they get the Prado. That's their Land Cruiser. The J250 is the same vehicle that we call the Land Cruiser here stateside, but it's the Prado, for example, in Australia. Hilux is the equivalent of the Tacoma, of course, and they have some Pro Ace vans that I think the Pro Aces are also built by some other company over there too. But Lexus, NX is a bestseller over there. RX probably sells fairly well. Yep. UX sells fairly well. But yeah, the NX is the cash cow over there. We're here in the States. It's RX, then it's the NX. But yes, we're going to move on. I found this interesting. So Toyota goes all in on hybrids. This is Nikkei Asia in US. So they're doing this as Trump risks loom over EVs. If Trump gets in, then pretty much the EV rollout plans are all going to be scrapped. All right. EV incentives will all be scrapped, I'm assuming. That doesn't look good for EV production and EV growth in the United States. And Trump is right now probably the favorite to get in. So here's Toyota, always playing the slow calculating game, and they're reaping all-time high profits on the back of their hybrids. And Toyota apparently, and this is at the North American headquarters, so that's why I find this interesting. This was Nikkei Asia. This is a Japanese website saying on Thursday, there's a test event at Toyota North American headquarters. I've been there a couple times for what was called HQC during the pandemic. Toyota kind of had their own auto show there with all their models. But yeah, it's in Plano, Texas. The first time they've done this in years. And half of the 26 models there were hybrids. But they're saying the plan is to offer hybrid options of all key models by 2030, said Kevin Butt, Regional Environmental Sustainability Director at Toyota. Now, we just talked about how it was like 74% in Europe. Their sales, hybridized sales are up 66% so far this year. It's only 33% of the North American market, but I've crunched the numbers, and it could be by the end of 2026 that we could see 60% of North American Toyotas being sold as hybrids, as the RAV4 is more likely going to go full hybrid and the Camry's full hybrid. So once those sales are all out there, we're going to see big jumps in hybrid production in Toyota. Now, Toyota and Lexus already hold 60% of the market share for the hybrid market. And with the Camry going fully hybrid, the RAV4 for sure going fully hybrid, in my opinion, in the next couple of years, this is going to go up to like 80% would be my guess of the hybrid market. So by 2030, all Toyota vehicles will have a hybrid option, but don't they already? So like that seems very bizarre to me, that statement, because if I look at cars and minivan, every single one of their cars that is not a GR86 or a Supra is electrified. Okay. So if I look at their trucks, Tacoma, Tundra have hybrid options. If I look at crossovers, all of them are either battery electric or hybrid, standard or optional hybrid. The Sienna also is fully hybrid. The 4Runner will be hybrid. And really the only two cars are the GR86 and the Supra that are not electrified. And in 2024, you could say Toyota's already offering hybrid options of all their key models. Sports cars probably after 2030 will be electrified, either hybrid or fully battery electric. But until then, we'll probably still have non-electrified models like the MR2, like the Celica rebirth vehicles that could be coming to strut their stuff in the next 5 years before electrification starts being forced. It might not happen in the United States, but it'd be forced in other markets for sure. Also, a fun fact here, so far this year, Camry hybrids have quadrupled in sales, and that's just going to keep going up as it's only hybrid going here forward as they ramp up production. Speaking of Camry, I will be driving an LE. I'm teaming up with my local dealership here, Germain Toyota. They will be getting me an LE Camry here soon for me to test out, make a couple of videos on, because in my opinion, it could be one of the best buys on the market for any new car, not just sedan. So yeah, Camry LE, stay tuned for more of that coverage. And I got to shut this one down. Toyota Tundra, their sales aren't growing that much. We're on pace for about 150,000 this year, which would be the most we've seen probably since 2007. So we're going to have a lot of Tundras this year being sold in theory, cracking into more market share. But how long is that demand going to remain high for them due to the uncertainty of the twin turbo V6? That's all I got to say. So I'm going to shut it down there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Like I said, if you want me to see your comment, address your comment, and interact with your comment, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier if you're a member, because it's just so hard for me to keep up with the comment section nowadays. It's a channel. I'm very grateful for all of you, very grateful for all my subscribers and even non-subscribers, all my viewers. Like I said, it's so difficult to keep up in the comment section. It is a frenzy down there. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.